Well, the first thing I noticed, well, when I first came in, is seeing the people running around the ring and seeing the coach in the middle just shouting, like, do 5 more and all that. And all that. Yeah, I was quite nervous even coming in, so yeah. So my name is DESHARN FEARON. I am 18 years old. I've been boxing for over 8 years now. Favorite boxers, obviously, Muhammad Ali, definitely. In my life, I think 90%, 90% of my time in boxing, 90%. You have your good moments and your bad moments, because obviously I've been boxing for so long. I had my good spars, my bad spars, I had my good fights, and my bad fights. But yeah, overall, I love boxing. My friends are like in this gym. Like in this gym, friends, well, not even friends, it's family here. They say I'm the best boxer here, innit? I've been here the longest. So yeah, and try to keep my expectation. Even though obviously I know I'm gonna have my losses, but they're gonna keep pushing me and all that to win. I could say it's strictly boxing, but my coaches are like family now, so yeah. Well, my main coach, I could say, is Coach Steve. He's my favorite one, obviously. No offense to the other coaches, but you know, he's the one that's pushed me throughout a lot. He's pushed me so much, like, and he's been there from the start.
I'm a favourite. That sounds good. Sounds good. Name is Steve Palmer.
How old are you, Steve?
I'm 57. I'm aging well. I started boxing in All-Stars at around 16. So it's like 30 odd years ago. About 1980. So you've only got a short lifespan as an amateur. I did 4 or 5 years as an amateur boxer. And then I was involved in a car accident, so I became a boxing coach and started training the youngsters, and I stayed with it ever since. As a coach, you have to know each fighter individually, how they work. Some people are mental, some people are physical, some people are both. Some people are emotional. You got to take them to the side and just say, talk to them. And then you bring them out, and then on fight time, you want the best out of them. Nothing else matters. You're my kid, you're my son, you're my daughter. You do what I want you to do. That's the way things work. First time I came here, I got slung out.
I remember when I first came here, crybaby. Well, that's what they would call me, a crybaby.
There was a no-nonsense attitude back then, no nonsense. He came in, I saw one of my friends, started saying, mecking about with him.
I remember Coach was shouting and ran out the door.
I was told to get out, got out, ran away.
Yeah, and then my mum's telling me to come back in. Even the woman at the register, she's like, yeah, the coach would be like that and all that. We have to go through it, and you know, that's how it is.
Came back about, say, 6 months afterwards, after it all died down. Came back and joined up with coach, Mr. AKAY.
She even said that Coach Steve can be a big teddy bear at some time as well. So yeah, and yeah, I went back in, and yeah, trained from there.
If you have it inside you, then you're going to stay here. If you don't have it inside, you'll leave. It's as simple as that.
As far as your relationship with Muff, how was that like?
We've known each other 30 years. I mean, we've went to war. We sparred hard. I've known him outside on a personal level. He's a businessman as well. So I've worked with him.
Naturally, obviously I boxed. And boxing is in my blood, as it's with all my family, you know, all the boys in the family. And I boxed since I was the age of 9, and I had my first fight when I was 11. My name is AKAY. I'm here as director of the gym and the manager of the gym, and I'm the son of the founder of All-Stars, Mr. ISOLA AKAY, MBE. Owning a gym is like owning any other business. You have a product or a service, and you just basically need to try and fulfill the client's needs, bearing in mind that it's a charity. So our prices are a lot less than a commercial gym. Every coach we have here used to box for All-Stars. So we all used to train together, spar together, so we're friends. The way I see everybody is as a big family.
So as far as Mr. A, how did Mr. A kind of like help you? Was he kind of like the father figure in the gym?
He was a major father figure, major as in, like I said, he reminded me of my dad. He set down the ground rules from which I've worked on today.
My dad boxed in Ghana, and he came here in the 60s, and he was actually a graphic designer, but he loved boxing.
I met him at the beginning. He didn't obviously know me. He gave me a few tips and all that, but obviously I went like proper in the gym then. So
my dad, he wanted to help people, and he wanted to help the kids, and he would always, advise them and talk to them and just try and set them on the right path. TJ was the eldest, and I'm the second eldest. We lived in flats, and my elder brother, TJ, he wanted to box. So the local boxing club here, my brother went to the club, fine, he was a good boxer, they were happy. His friends wanted to box as well, they were black as well, and the club said no, they did not want too many black boys. So my dad started the club on the landing of a block of flats. And then after a while, the council got to hear about this man training these kids, landing, and the council approached him and offered him space at the old Mobley Youth Centre. And then they offered my father this building, and it was derelict and disused. So he managed to raise, at the time, if you think back in the 80s, £150,000 to get this place converted into what you see now. All-Stars has a long history of, making champions, and has been in the boxing scene for all these years, all these decades. My older brother TJ, he was a British champion. James, my older brother, was a British champion, and also Ashley. So far, I've trained, the most famous person I've trained is Ashley Theophane. He was pretty good. He was very good. Ashley Theophane, he won the British Championship title, and he actually moved to America and was signed with Mayweather, the money team. So he actually boxed for Mayweather for several years.
And actually, definitely, he's like one of my most, even him coming here and coaching me sometimes as well, all that. It's amazing. Sometimes I can't even believe that he's actually coaching me and all that, and that I'm right in front of his face. And he acknowledged me as well, because most pros, they don't acknowledge no one, And yeah, he knows, man. He knows that I'm the next one.
I'm looking for the young people coming through. There's always someone special that will walk through the doors, through any gym. You'll be drawn to them and you'll notice them and they'll stand out. And then you'll say, right, okay, we can do something with him or her. I'm looking at a young guy, DESHARN FEARON, rising star, DESHARN FEARON. As a person, he's a lovely person, excellent. Well, good-mannered, well-mannered. As a fighter, he's going to be devastated.
Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat.
He's won National London title this season. He's fighting at the best of London and the best around the country, and we're looking to do other things with him. But right now he's developing his fighting technique, and he's developing a name for himself. He says he wants to go professional. I said to him, don't rush it. Don't rush it. It would be nice to see him go professional at 20, but a lot of young guys want to rush and don't have no good amateur foundation.
DESHARN is a real prospect. I think he could go all the way in terms of as a professional. He's always in the gym. He's 100% dedicated to the gym and to boxing. I've seen him from growing up, from a kid, and now, you know, he's grown into a man, and I think he'll definitely go on to win a national title as an amateur.
When I was doing skateboarding, I tripped and I fractured my hand, my left hand. I couldn't do boxing for like 6 weeks. Even though I still come in the gym, and I would just go southpaw and punch the bag.
Do get a lot of kids when they're talented, they kind of get a bit big-headed. Gotta have to sort of bring them down to earth. But with him, he's always been respectful. I actually came back to the gym because I'd been away on business and I'd done a lot of traveling. And I came back when I heard that my dad had a stroke. The struggles initially when he started, obviously because he was black and he was doing his own club, so he had the struggles, you know, in the early years. And then over time, the struggles then got worse when, unfortunately, the freehold of this building was sold to a private individual. When the landlord purchased the building initially, they changed the locks. They assumed they could change the locks and lock out whoever was there. Obviously that didn't happen. And at the time they bought it, the roof and the windows and the repointing works, which needed doing. So whoever purchased it was supposed to carry out these works. This guy didn't want to carry out the works, so he had years of trying to get him to, you know, when it rained, it leaked. You know, we used to get like floods inside the gym. You know, lots of, you know, if you look at the windows now, you have a lot of light, but prior to now, they were always boarded up and always trying to raise the rent because they wanted to kick the club out. We had to, you know, do fundraising. We had a couple of concerts here. So we did lots of fundraising to just raise the money to keep going. And in the end, we won, and the landlord conceded, and he's done the work, and we have our new lease. But the rent was doubled. My dad, he was somebody where once he wanted to do something, he would really, you know, commit himself and would go for it. And I think obviously I've picked up a lot of those traits where once that's it, and you get challenges and you just face them head on. And with running an organisation like this, it's not just, you know, you one. You have a group of people and a committee that helps you. So over the years, you know, my dad has had his committee who've always been with him and always helped him. And then I've got mine who always help me as well.
Sometimes I come home and I'm crying and all that, upset, because the pressure of me wanted to, you know, do more and get better, but I feel like I'm not getting better, I'm getting worse. So then times I go to my mum and I just release it and I start crying and all that, and then she'll start crying. And yeah, she's telling me to keep going and that you're not sacrificing everything, like not doing it in vain, you know, yeah. During the fight though, I'll get more comfortable, and the crowd cheering me on encourages me to keep going and to push further than I ever do. And yeah, even sometimes I can't even hear the crowd most of the time because I'm so concentrated in the match.
We've got all these kids training, and they all want to fight. The show is all-stars fighting other clubs.
No man now. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me.
during the night, the judges are, judging and scoring, but they're looking out for the boxer that stands out. So every boxer obviously wants to win the best boxer of the night award. The aim is to win, so you can go forward to a championship. You can kind of, obviously, if you're losing all the time, you're not going to be entered into championships.
When you got a young person and you're teaching them about the boxing, about the sport, they've then got to come up and represent themselves. They've got to represent the clubs. They've got to represent what I've taught them, because what I've been taught has been handed to me by 4 or 5 trainers and various trainers around the country. Takes commitment, takes a lot of grit, takes a lot of discipline.
Ladies and gentlemen, about the 6th evening, about the 8 cards is a youth contest on 3 2 rounds between, introducing to you in the blue corner, representing the ring at the boxing club, Anissa Dutton. Red corner, representing the All-Stars, DESHARN, FEARON.
All-Stars has a long history of making champions.
You're my kid, you're my son.
My younger self. Well, I don't want to swear on anything, but I'll be like, to my younger self, this shit's gonna get hard. This shit's gonna get hard. But you go push through the shine. You go push through, man.
like the threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a threat. It's a bet. Yeah. Let's go. Check my wrist. Blowing again. From. Whoa. Yeah. Making a killing. Oh yeah. In respect. It's a check. Nothing less. Oh yeah. I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bet. Yeah. Ooh. It's a threat. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Bag it up. Talk. DNA. Whoa. 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 In respect. It's a check. Nothing less. Oh yeah. It's a threat. Oh, it's a bet. Oh, yeah. Threat. Yeah.
If you're in the ring and somebody hits you, if you don't control your emotions and you get angry and you go charge at them, you're going to probably end up getting beaten up because you're not thinking.
Come on, work, so work. Let's stop this one, let's stop. Come on. Come on, Bilaal.
Thousands of people have passed through the gym over the years, you know, set them on the right path, and what they learn from being here in terms of the benefits of the boxing, it's stood them in good stead.
Everything is twofold.